Check, check, check. Hello, everyone. Hope you can hear me well. Good morning. Good morning. It's 11:34 a.m. Los Angeles. This is Friday update for LOT. We do this every Friday. Well, almost every Friday. New things, new updates, old things, and old updates. Let's connect. Let's talk. What's the latest? How are you feeling? What's the news? I have a few updates. I'm very excited that I have a few shipment updates too. So hello, hello. Time 11:35:35. Humidity 38%. Temperature 15 Celsius or 58 Fahrenheit. The sunrise was 6:58. We have 4 people online. The community is growing. We have 2,120 people sign up for new lot or lot system. Well, the idea of the lot system is that this is your system, this is my system, and you have your own system. And over time, we will build your system so you can see it, not just feel it, but also see it, track it, and perhaps share it one day. How are you doing? That's the recipe. Greetings, what's good? Doing well? John, hi. Hi, John. Arthur. Hi, Valik and everyone. Hi, Arthur. How are you? Where you are today? Hi, Lera. Hi, Serge. Let me get some tea. I'm really into tea now, more than coffee. So, that's interesting about the even the questions that we ask because yeah, I was drinking coffee every morning, every day, and the question tea or coffee for me would be in the morning would never even like of course coffee, but recently I switched to tea, and it's strange how it works. So it gives me just the feeling that the question should be repeated, not only asked once, tea or coffee, but it should be repeated by the system, um, tea or coffee. And one day you must say tea, and that's interesting how it correlates with everything else. When we were designing this uh, question program, we thought that even if it's just one question that asked daily, same question, how are you feeling or how are you, still proves the concept, proves that it works. Today, as you can see, some questions would repeat itself. And I really think that's a feature because one day I would see the same question and I would be like, no, today actually different. Today is different that I used to answer every day. I think that's the power of the thing we building is that I might answer the same question few months, but then one day I just feel different. And I think that's the most important moment, that you answer the same question differently. It's one of the most important moments in the system. So it's very interesting how this testing going. It's still a prototype, but it already works. It already proves its point on many, many levels. Let me fire up this incense as well. Have the bead with me too. That's a collectible item. Only 100 items will be issued. They come into you soon. They'll be personalized. So this is something forever. It's funny how Minority Report predicted this bead, the ball, don't you think? Remember? It's on. That's our new thing. Just the beginning. But hey, it already works. It's already two items that work as one item. I hope that, and the vision is that every product that we ship work with another product and then with another product. So they're like puzzle. And yeah, maybe you can buy them separately. Um, some items will be collectible. Some items will be more of work of art. But on subscription, every piece would be a piece of a puzzle. So these items are on sale and they're coming to people who order them soon. Still working on some personalization and packaging. It's on the way. It's another interesting update that I can only show a glimpse. I can't show the whole thing. The watch. This is our collaboration with Unicorn. I can't show how the watch actually look. I can't show the details. We agreed, but I can show that it's here. It took us 1 year to build it, and it's very special. So things are moving. I'm very happy um, that we are on the right direction. The more I think of lot, more hooked and addicted I become to that idea. You know how I tested? One day I would wake up and besides family, nothing makes me excited. But then I start to do something for lot, even a thought. Like I'm just trying to put a thought or an image, and I'm back to life. So that's how I know I'm in love, and it works. Hi, Phil. Happy New Year, everyone. This is 2024. We're here. I hope that the year will be groundbreaking for lot. I can feel it. It's in the air. We have a lot of ambition. I think we're moving towards the direction. I just recently found this image. Let me show it. Recently found this image. I just was um, browsing through the screenshots, and I found this image. And it says there's ARC, there's food and water, there's uniform, there's multi-purpose wellness app, there's self-care, and utilities. And I'm looking at this, and I see that, well, we are on the roadmap. Yeah, perhaps it's longer than we anticipated. I even would say maybe it's harder than we anticipated, but we are on the track. So, to me, what lot of the current version represents is a wellness app. So, I don't really go to Instagram or X or LinkedIn. I, at this point, start to consider all of those platforms more of LinkedIn. So to me, Instagram is like um, a bright picture-based version of LinkedIn. X is more of like instant update, thought LinkedIn. The actual LinkedIn is like corporate meeting. And so to me, what we're doing is very different. So that this is the place for me. This is real my place. Um, Lara here in the chat, she described it this way. She said, "This is me. This is sun. This is weather. Like these things not going anywhere." And so we built from there. Every morning I go here and I see that I'm not alone. There are people just like me. We on the mission. It's growing. It's going somewhere. I was able to wake up early. I look at temperature, humidity, just for the reference to know that it's winter and things like this. And here's sun. Let's go. I really hope that one day this will be a place for many people to start their day. And I think that's where the wellness starts. You know this tip where on lot we say, let's agree no screen before bed. Same, people suggest when you wake up, don't take your phone. Like try to put your phone away. It's very hard because always something. You can miss something. It's almost like replace the happy moments with anxiety. What if something happens? What if something texts me? So I think removing those apps like X and Instagram from the phone, using them on desktop is much better because you start to think about them more of a work type of apps rather than like something personal. And a lot is personal. I would love to see one day a chat so I can chat with people online. I would like to have more personalized preferences. Even one day, uh, perhaps hardware devices that I can hook up to the system and I can track my vitals. So those things are definitely in the mind. Um, and you see, it's like we try to do everything, and there's so many ideas, but we still find a way how to focus on step one. And step one for us is the wellness app. So this is the thing. This is what we have at this point. Then we have shop, where we start to test uh, new products, working with partners. It's a start or restart. And of course, you can see where it will go from here. What's interesting to me is that in this era, age of speed, some things you still can't force. And well, we had the idea of the wellness app long time ago, and there were so many attempts to do it, and only now it start to emerge, and only now it look better than we ever thought. This is the best version so far. So that's another good kind of feeling for me that there is no time wasted. Ultimately, this is the best version so far. So yeah, that's the current thinking. What would you like to see on this screen? What would you like to see? One of the metrics. Um, what would be interesting for you to come back here for uh, moments of mindfulness and wellness? What would make you have this tab pinned here? Um, and instead of going to social media, you would go here. You probably have been thinking about it, so I'm just curious to learn your um, thoughts. We, of course, talked about it and we have some ideas. Uh, they in production. I'm just curious, what's your thoughts? One of the things we want, uh, like small details, but still very important. The numbers should be real time and they should run real time. So you see when it goes up or down without reload. I think in general, it would be cool to have the app being reload on the background without me reloading it. I think that's one of the first things. It's an interesting question to brainstorm. Should we be able to hook up third-party hardware devices, or it's only should be locked devices? What do you think? For example, the air quality device. Another interesting thing that just I start to think it's location of lot. So we want to be in US, California, it's a great place, startup capital. And I also start to think about other countries for HQ. I love America. I love California. That's my home. But sometimes I think that maybe for what we want to build, the other places are a better cultural fit. Like I'm thinking about UK, for example, London. Think about Europe, Italy. So there's a was seen updates from uh, this one investor, Rob, that I respect, and he's pushing towards New Zealand. So to go into New Zealand because it's just different culture. It's definitely something to think about, considering the circumstance, but also just the atmosphere. I think that lot is supposed to be very calming and like smooth and soft, and America demands aggression, let's say. So I think on the meta level, sometimes there is mismatch between expectations of this kind of aggression, bully, like it's like go, 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 to like where a lot wants to be, calm, meditative, paced kind of space. That's also what's on my mind. Serge, I'm thinking of the health devices. Maybe there's a way to convert info from, for example, Apple Watch to the Lot OS and see your heartbeat in real time. That's crazy. Imagine. No, imagine this. Imagine you can share it too, so other people can see it. And what's interesting for us is that the computer can see it too. The AI can see it and correlate it with other metrics. Like it can correlate it with temperature, for example, or the way you answer the question. Though it's could be a big deal. Yeah, AKG devices, very interesting. Something that you hold, perhaps you even hold it in like two palms, like this, and it tracks the biometrics. So, yeah, it's very interesting. These are open API devices. How could it- yeah, something like this. Well, perhaps it works. Oh no. Hmm. Yeah, I would assume. That would be so cool if we can do that. We got to do this. That could be the first step. Wow. Soon, 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 soon. So, on another note, I'm just thinking, oh, this is such a crazy idea. How many things we can do? My mind already started to race the other vitals and everything. I was thinking, is this the right place to talk about it? And then I would go silent for a couple of weeks and then come back to the stream because I believe in good, and I believe in integrity, and I believe in universe supporting the right things. So I'm very grateful for this brainstorm, and it's great that we can talk about this here because I start to think about, well, it just makes so much sense that we have subscription to because that heart rate monitor, you don't even have to buy it. It should arrive in one of the packages, and you plug and play it. Boom, there's new line here in at lot dashboard. That's it. It's just the experience, and the rest is the AI. The rest is the machine. It's a big idea. It's a big idea for lot. It's a big idea for telemedicine, which I think is a direction. So it's and you know that there will be some people watching this like, oh, thank you for the idea. Let me do it. you know, that's not the purpose of this. This is not a free idea store. Um, this is a documentation of the thought process and to show where it can go, what's next, what we're doing next. Um, you can see that things that we promised 3 years ago, despite any circumstance, despite what's happening within the team, outside, we're still shipping it. And I really believe in that. I believe that um, through all this, what happens to lot, we call it lot saga, we will get to the right things and right ideas. Even if someone see this and even if someone be like, okay, cool, let me do this. Um, now you heard us here first for a reason. What do you think about this? Like, what do you think about um, just us being here? I'm sure, like to be honest, just for to be really honest, I know that people from the community get super upset. Upset is not the right, get just pissed off when someone steals a lot. And people get upset more than me. And then people come here and like, why would I be here? Why would I would be at lot participate in this brainstorm if someone will just go and take it and nothing will happen? Well, what I learned is that it's not that easy. You can't just take someone else's thing. That's not how God works. And yeah, so I think the key is generate the energy together. Um, I really think about our community, this chat as a team. I know that once we have more, we will share more, we will give more. So whoever watching this and thinking, oh, that's great, let me have it, don't do it. Don't do it. Tatiana, Don't you think that we visit Instagram for the appreciation, likes, not only of course, but mostly, whether it's your work, post, or your photo, you're waiting for support. Yes, thank you for the note. 100%. And that number is crucial. But and then you look at the say successful Instagram or successful YouTube or successful X. They really just say it out loud. Our number goes up not because of the quality, but because of the quantity. So if you start to work for the algorithm, the likes goes up. Doesn't matter what you do. So you might have the best work quality. You spend weeks and months. You might have this amount of likes. Someone just posting regularly, not even their images, just posting as a full-time job. Buying posts, buying comments, and the likes going up almost organically. So I think at some point you just start to feel like my full-time job is to get likes. So sometimes you see a viral post, which is just genius thought or genius image, something really, really cool. Yeah, I sometimes feel like this, and I'm after that too. Like I will post something, it will break the internet, but I found that it's not correlated with likes. So it is a genius idea. You have a journal that is public, and other people vote and like your journal entries. That motivates you to post more journal entries. Well, one of the first advices they give you, psychologists of self-care, mental health, start the journal. Start writing things that you accomplish and plan for the next day. And Instagram kind of supposed to be that, but for some reason doesn't work like journal. You feel worse. Um, at some points, I would feel like physical toxicity. Like I just feel not good physically when using it. So I don't know. I think it is very important that you log your life daily. That you have selfie images, you take pictures, and even you like dress up or make up for a perfect selfie and you post it. And I think this is super healthy. Likes, I'm not sure. But if you remove likes, it doesn't even work. So you need likes. Such a big question. It's probably very hard to answer it because there's so much resources to make it work. You said it right. You're waiting for support. In my personal experience, more support you looking online, less support you have in real life. More posts you do online, less life you live in. I hope this conversation think about. Thank you for the note, really. Arthur, the lot main page is the place where your physical self meets virtual self in point of singularity. The heartbeat is part of the physical world. What is the equivalent of heartbeat in digital? It's very cool. It's interesting how it's likes. Can we do better than likes? Can we come up with? Can we invent a new heartbeat? But it's a great way to put it. The lot main page is the place where your physical self meets virtual self, a point of singularity. The heartbeat is the part of the physical world. What is the equivalent of a heartbeat in digital? Very cool. Search. Interesting point, Artur. CC. What happened to all that BTC? We returned all the BTC, sent it back when we. So we did a prototype. It's on YouTube where the company was issuing issue shares for Bitcoin, and a lot of people bought the shares, and then we returned all the shares. I mean, all the Bitcoin to people and closed the prototype because we realized after talking to some investors and it was legal that in order to scale this, we need different kind of just magnitude. That's why you don't see, it happened like we did this, and a couple of years later, they start to close all these Bitcoin companies and crypto exchanges, and people went to jail and everything. So, and now if you, in America, for example, if you want to use crypto, you have to give the full like bank. You have to give your ID, you have to give tax uh, documentation, address, proof of address, all the whole thing, and then you can use crypto. So basically, the Coinbase and Crypto.com are the other two only places that left like that, and they are extremely regulated. And what we did was um, experiment, a prototype, and so we realized that we don't want to go there. We don't want to go to that whole institution because it's just not about Bitcoin. It's really like different kind of game. So I still believe that the prototype is super valid because now we have conversations about revenue sharing and um, well, NFT is a way of kind of same thing. But I think what we did was pure. It's like you go to the site, there's value of the company, you can buy percentage of the company using your Bitcoin. Super simple. And Bitcoin independent from the government, and so you can trust its growth. Even if it's going down, you still can trust growth because it's independent. I think we were so ahead of time, maybe like 5 years ahead of time. I believe that that system will still be in place. I think that we still would work with crypto, but just later, once it's all regulated. You can see what's going on now, the borders closing, countries closing their internets. So perhaps in the near future, every country will be more like China and Russia with its own internet. Perhaps America will close its internet. And so that probably means that either there will be one global currency like Bitcoin or Workcoin or Ethereum, or it will be all local currencies, like just digital equivalents of local currencies. But at this point, um, technically, there's a big difference. But for end consumer, end customer that want to buy things, there's no difference between dollar and Bitcoin or ruble and Ethereum. Same thing to me. So yeah, we did the prototype. It was very ambitious. We caught a lot of attention. Big investors came and they advised us to not do it. So they kind of protected us from moving further with that idea. So we sent all the BTC back. That was the moment for us that we had we had two waves. One wave was physical subscription. Then COVID happens. Then we switched to full digital with a wallet and crypto, and it was on the peak. Then Bitcoin was going up, and it was unregulated. And then investor came and say like, no, this is not going toward this way, just on a level of government. So, and we had to like kind of rewind it again. It was hard. It was hard to go back again to. So now the third version we want to make smart. It will be based on dollar, but eventually we'll support crypto too. And we're not going only for subscription. We have shop too and store too. It's not only physical subscription, but we have digital piece, and digital pieces perhaps will be as big as physical. So I feel that this new version is really, we account all the mistakes, all the advices, all the experience, and we make something that is bulletproof. So, Serge, thank you for saying that. Yeah, means a lot. Yeah, that was a big, that to me, that was a big moment just in tech in general. That, and well, honestly, look what Workcoin is. Isn't Workcoin the same thing, just not on Bitcoin? I think we were one, if not the first people who sold a tangible thing on Bitcoin on this innovative way. Definitely one of the first storefronts like that. Maybe the first subscription ever on Bitcoin. I think we were one of the first people who started to treat Bitcoin as like engine for corporation. Then El Salvador happened just right after that, and then Workcoin happened. My feeling is that this will be a very big thing, but just much later, after the war. Let's put it this way. I would say that the reason lot is the way it is, and it's not moving as fast as we would like to be. Um, Nothing to do with the like, ideas or products. I think it's all perfect, great, innovative. I think it's just because we are independent, and we tried to push that independency even further with Bitcoin, only to find out that Bitcoin is not independent at all, that crypto is not independent at all. So yeah, exactly. So it's easier, better to use USD um, and offer crypto just as a backup option, but it's not the like independency token, not at all. And so now with lot, um, if we want to build what we want to build, it's just impossible to be independent. Ultimately, there are all kind of things that you depend on. Communications, the satellites, where the signal come from, how we connect it, the platforms we host, digital, the post we use to ship. So I think this pure idea of being fully independent is almost impossible at this point. And maybe the closest thing that trying to be independent openly, I'm sure there are a lot of things that are independent, but I'm just saying that the scale is SpaceX, SpaceX, Starlink, Tesla, Neuralink, because they have their own satellites. They use their own rockets to ship the satellites. That means they have their own signal, their own connectivity. They skip in the screen. They go in directly to the mind. So they're independent from a lot of things because of that. With Cybertruck, they go independent of roads, and the only thing is the servers. And I'm sure they go independent from the grid with the solar. And I'm sure there is a solution for the servers as well. So that conglomerate, that group of companies is the most independent. Um, Between you and me, I think we can't. It's very hard to do that. It's not like everything is possible, but it's just very hard to do that. And so I think we have to find a way how to be dependent, but just find the right partner. And you see, before it would be um, you dependent on global things, like you can be dependent on, say, Google and Amazon for servers, but now the countries closing their borders, so um, you have to really choose the country that you depend. And I think that's where we are. I think maybe 5 years ago it was like I'm working for the world. You know, we all use the same platforms, we all use the same apps, and now I have to choose the country first. I have to choose the government first, and then everything else comes. I feel this is just the only kind of mental block that we have, and everything else is there. So that's uh, that's the honest conversation about it. That's why we shift the trajectory from just pushing the full independency towards, well, we need to take care of the mind and build a product that works well for self-care, and it's universal, and that's it. And whatever it's built on, fine. Like it can be it can be started in the US and then franchised to China and then franchised to Russia, and then franchised to Europe. But the core is self-care. The core is that it works for every human, and everything is details. I know it's a little, like, what's the word, somber. It's a little But I know you have questions. I know people will watch and be like, what's the hold up? And no more, no more hold up, no more thinking about that independency. Let's really think about the product. So that's what we did. Lot is about community, not independence. I agree. That's a good way to put it. That's actually the best way to put it. And community creates independence. That's true. CC, there is not independent. They rely on government contracts for flight. See, they're not independent. They rely on government contracts to flight, corporate fleet purchases of cars, etc. That's true. They don't have independence. And so you put it right. The only independence we can build and design is the community. 100%. It's amazing way. That's amazing conclusion of this whole conversation. Thank you. Thank you. It's like it's not because it's not we're trying to we just yeah just product design has to be pure. So that's why we had this conversation. It's not an excuse. It's not to um, yeah. It's the search for the purity, and that's a great way to put it. It's like the purity is not to find the right partner or to have a deal with government or um, the purity is in community. So we have to invest more in community and find a way how to make community pure, and that's our independence. It's amazing thought. What updates will be coming to lot in the coming months? So first thing, we're shipping the products from the store. There will be a cleanup for digital, so it works better. A few small features. And I really hope we will be able to launch the AI. It's already built. Shout out to Phil. We just figured out the right way to do it. Same issues is that we need to be ready for scale, not just publish it. So next updates are shipping things from the store to everyone who have ordered it, better digital dashboard, working on subscription. Right. My incense is out. Thank you for this conversation. A lot to think about. Really charged for the next. Despite having these rather abstract conversations, I feel that we have very tangible steps and we're moving forward with a lot. I feel that we did a lot of work at the end of 2023 for the brand, for the team, and for the product roadmap. So this year is critical and crucial. Uh, my goal is to be transparent, but definitely ship things as fast as we can. Big thank you for everyone for today. It's amazing conversation. Big outcomes. Community is independence. Lot is the point of singularity. What is Lex? Thank you. Let's see each other next Friday. Please spread the word. Please send your thoughts. If you see something you don't like, please send it. Or something you like, or someone you know who can help. Uh, yeah, let's build a community. That's our thing. That's what we can. Nobody can take it from us, no matter what. So let's do it. I feel belonging, and I feel identity, and I don't feel identity with anything else. I only feel identity with Lot. So it works for me. I hope it works for you too. Thank you very much. Let's see each other next week.